What's up, guys and gals? It's me, your old buddy Mr. Moose, back with another edition of Transport Fever. And today we're on episode 7 of our free play here in the US. It is 1909, and when we last left off, we put this huge, well, not huge, but moderate-sized freight yard in here in Thousand Oaks. And as you can see, we have a big fuel delivery coming in. This is a nice ship. It's going to have a big payday. It's 147 of 150, we'll call it barrels of oil and or fuel, and that is going to do well for us as it will drop off and probably give us about $750,000, which is nice. Come on, give us a payday. Yep, $796,000. You, sir, you can go back to work. So that is going to be a very profitable line for us, especially when we get 2 or 3 of these guys running, so that they're just constantly cranking out. Now, to do that, we have to up the production over here on this line, which means doubling up the track, adding a second train on there, and actually replacing the pre-existing train with something a little bit faster. And that's what we're going to start off with today. I'm going to go ahead and put some signals on here so that we get our line established going the right direction, and I'm going to come up here and start pulling this line so that we can get it all the way up here. There comes our train down, and I'd like to get this done before he starts back up, because he's going to get sold today, and we're going to put a faster train on there, because like we had the Mogul, that was about all we had when we started this off, but now we have bigger trains, faster trains in the Atlantic, and what I'd like to do is replace him with an Atlantic with maybe 5 of the larger fuel cars. They'll haul the same amount of crew or the same amount of fuel for us. They'll just be able to do it much faster, and which means we can shuttle more fuel down here to the dock and fill up our ships faster, and that would be a good thing. So with that, all that done, all right, let's go ahead and buy a new train. And what we are going to get is the Atlantic. I'm going to get it, and then I'm going to throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barrels onto there. I'm going to take out a loan here of a couple of $1,000,000, and I'm going to duplicate that line, and I'm going to send this out on the fuel line and go ahead and get it started. So that one is rolling, and that one is in storage, and I can go ahead and repay all that money off. This guy here, we will tell to go to the depot. Considering that it is on the right track, we're good. Alright, so that is going to head to the depot so it can be sold off. This guy is on his way out of the chute, and as soon as he gets to his point, we will go ahead and send out the next one. Once he gets all the way down to the bottom, we'll send him out. We're also going to buy some more road vehicles, because one of the things we're running into is this guy's running out of fuel. As you see his requirements, he has 0 right now, which means he's not doing anything. He's waiting on ants to bring him more fuel, so we need more ants. So I'm going to go ahead and put 5 more on this line and get that going. Oh, but I need more money to do that. How about that? Go figure. I need more money to function. Borrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Put those guys out on the crude to refinery line. And then let's see. We are at this guy here. Bring that back up. Put this guy out on the line. Sell this guy. All right. Good, good, good. Things are moving. People are moving. My ants are moving. My little ants need to get going. All right, little ants, get me more fuel in here so that we can get this production up. We're at 116. I'd like to get that up to 200 today, and really knock this thing out. So a bunch of empty ants are coming in right now, but soon we will get bigger ants coming in. There's a big ant. All right, there's some going in. All right, so just as fast as it comes in, he's using it. But with all of these in, and of course the little delay they do pretty much auto spaces them out. And so at this point, we should start getting a point where the fuel stores won't fall off. As long as they don't get down to 0, we should be all right. But this one is gonna be a little bit slower. See, we got this gap here. We got to tighten this gap up to where we're getting more and more fuel in here to where he can't use it all. But once all these get caught up and start rolling in, I think that will help out. So we'll keep an eye on it. But with the two trains are probably going to, for the time being, they're probably going to end up right on top of each other, because once they clear off this surplus that he had on the platform here, they're probably going to end up running into each other. But the point is to try to get him to spur on his production to keep up with the trains. And to do that, I have to add more trucks in. But all right, so this guy's getting down here. We're going to add another one of him on as well. Now that he's almost down there, we're going to go ahead and set another one on the line. So we're going to buy another one of these big old crude ships. And we'll set that on to our Dayton line. And that will get going. I like the Klondike because it can do some of this construction material stuff, but again, it's going to take a while for us to expand that construction line, which we are going to take a step in that direction right now, because we have to add a train that goes from here to here. Now, this is one of the things that we didn't get done, but when we ran out of time last time. So we have to add a train onto this line that is basically going to be nothing but state cars running down here, dropping them off, and then heading right back out. So we'll go ahead and we'll jump over here to this particular depot. Same thing, we'll grab an Atlantic and we'll start sliding it up with some state cars. And I'm probably going to need another couple of $1 million here. I know, I'm going to be loan happy today in order to get this stuff situated and get it going. But we should be able to, once everything is up and running, we should be able to get all of this running and doing quite well. So I'm looking for Thousand Oaks freight transfer. That is this line. And we're going to let that run one time, and then I'm going to do something that you think is absolutely crazy, but it is going to work. All right, so freight line. Let him go through here and head out to lower Thousand Oaks, and then we will switch this over to weight, though he's probably never going to wait very long once we get this line established. Alright, so that is set. So we'll let him run one time and then come up at the station, and then we're going to do some crazy stuff. So this guy dropped off a big load of fuel, and oh no, that guy didn't drop anything off. That guy's just transporting. Our first load of fuel that will possibly go up to Oklahoma City is coming in now. And depending on how much fuel it drops off for Oklahoma City, we'll add some more trucks onto the Oklahoma City freight line. But for right now, it's just got the one on there. But we are gonna quickly add a bunch of trucks onto that. Because in just a moment, I'm going to do something earth-shattering. You'll sit there and scratch your head for a second and go, I can't believe you just did that. But it's going to work out. Trust me. It's going to work out. Alright, so this guy's coming in. He makes about $500,000 a load, which is nice. Let's see what he does. And the payoff is 542,000. And we did get some fuel actually going over here now to this facility. We've only got 25 fuel, but that's all right. All right, so this line has established itself. It is sitting there waiting. So here we go. There will be bulldozing in this episode, and it's not going to make a whole lot of sense. But boom. What did you just do, Moose? I broke the connection to both of these yards, which means there is nowhere for that to go other than onto that train. So now I can come up here and all of these trucks that are sitting on that line, oops, which I absolutely didn't mean to destroy that. Sometimes I don't know the power of my own bulldozer. All of these guys here are on Oklahoma Freight 1. I need to take that line and I need to send all of those trucks to the depot. Okay, so all of these trucks go to the depot. And then the same, let's see, over here, all the freight is cleared off of this. So this is Thousand Oaks Freight 1. All of these trucks go to the depot. Alright, so Thousand Oaks Freight 2 has plenty of trucks on it. I don't have to worry about it. Thousand Oaks Freight 1, actually, I'm just going to get rid of that entire line. Don't need it anymore. Oklahoma City Freight 1, don't need that line anymore. Gonna get rid of that line. When all of these trucks get up here to the depot, we'll reassign them over to this freight line. Minus 2 or 3. We might sell a couple of them off, because we're not gonna need nearly as many trucks, because look at the distance we're covering. It's a real short distance. I don't need probably 6 trucks on that line. I probably only need 4 or 5. So we'll get rid of a couple of the trucks, and then we will, yeah, and then we'll put the rest out on the line. So, look how many trucks we had on that line, and look how much it will lower our overhead to get rid of some of them. So, you get to retire. You get to retire. Why does the autosave always come in when I'm trying to do something? You get to retire. You get to retire. That leaves 6. You get to retire. The rest of you guys, all of you, go on to the Oklahoma City Freight 2 line. There you go. So now we have plenty of trucks on the Freight 2 line. Now what is going to happen is this train is going to start shuttling all of the building materials that are coming into this freight depot. It's going to start shuttling all of those down to the other docks. It should have gone ahead and gone with only 52. I'm not going to need it ever again to sit up there and wait. It should be able to run all the time now. So let's just go ahead and tell it not to wait for a full load anymore. There we go. There we go. That is cool. Now, this train should get a load of brick that it can take all the way up to Oklahoma City. And that should make this train somewhat full. And we'll go ahead and send it on its way. Come on, cuckoo, choo-choo. Drop me off some brick. And there we go. And how much did we get? We got 22 or 24. Send that on its way. Alright, so that train is off and running to the races. Meanwhile, we got a lot of brick that came into this facility here. So everything is working now. All the construction material that was going to over here is now just all being transferred over to here and being distributed and going out, which means I got rid of these really long lines that I don't need anymore. I can get rid of this now, so we can go ahead and kaboom that out of the way. And life is good. So what you thought was probably a huge mistake is actually going to be good for us, because we've lessened the distance that our trucks have to travel now, which means we don't have as great a maintenance cost on them per payment, or like, you know, they were having to drive slowly from here all the way into here, which meant they were probably having to pay 2 maintenance bills before they got 1 payday. So that's going to lessen that. we'll be able to move greater amounts of material in bulk up to the city, and that'll work out for us. So here comes another tanker truck, or tanker, full of fuel. So that's good. Let's look at our production over here and see how we're doing now, and see if things got ramped up at all. Oh gosh, don't. 194, 192. All right, so he's still falling off a little bit because he's still a little bit slack, which means I probably need a couple more trucks in this line somewhere. How's this guy doing production wise? 300, 400. See, he's already ramped everything up over here. So he's expanded once because he was like, man, you're telling me to push a whole lot of crude out. I'm pumping it out as quick as I can. But this guy's just using it as fast as he can, but he's so close. Oh, he upgraded to 400 units as well. So, oh, there we are, 202. Nice. That's what we want. We want to see that number push so that we can get these trains filled up even faster. Good news. We should be getting close. We're 1911. We should be really close to getting an upgrade on our trucks from the steam lorries to the Mack. And once we do that, that's going to help out because these guys are going to move faster and they're going to move greater quantities, which they should be able to drive this guy to produce even more. So that'll be good news. And that will alleviate this bottleneck here. But they're doing all right. They're staying. I mean, this guy's moving once this guy gets here. Ultimately, you'd like them to pull in, turn and burn. But let's see. That one's got 145 of 50 on it, so he's almost completely full. That's not too terribly bad. We're doing pretty good. So this guy just unloaded up here. We got plenty of fuel, got delivered over here. Let's see what he's got on here. He's got almost a full load of construction materials and almost a full load of fuel on him. We'll send him on his way. Yeah, that's looking good. These guys will hammer away at this, get it all distributed. So we're starting to climb. We got a little bit of profits in here. Let's repay some loan. Back down to 5.5 million. I want to just annihilate that debt thing and start really building up a surplus here. And it should happen with us getting all this fuel moving. If I can get this going a little bit faster, I'll add another huge tanker on here, and this will it will grow exponentially, and it just, the money out of it will be a huge cash cow and afford us to do some other things. So speaking of doing other things, I want to go ahead and establish a route up here to Irving so we can get some freight into it. Because these folks need fuel and building materials just like everybody else does. So that will be our next little project today. While all of that settles out down in the bottom, I can micromanage it all day long, but I still need to get up here and do some stuff. Looking at this particular city and looking at where the industry is, it's all up in here right now. And then there is some commercial over here. Ultimately, we'd like to hit both of those with our freight deliveries because eventually we're going to get food. Right now, all we're doing is rolling in. Right now, we're just rolling in building materials and things like that, which are pretty much just, well, they're pretty much just building materials, right? They're industrial stuff. But eventually we want to get to the point where we've got a little bit of food coming in here. And when we do that, we're definitely going to need the ability to move stuff over into the commercial area. But I'm thinking I'm going to put my train right over here on this side of the track. I'm going to put 2 sidings on it. That way, when I do start bringing in additional trains, I'll have room to put them in here. So for now, that gives us a decent little place to get some stuff out. Let's pull some track across this road, and then we'll look at getting all of our stuff situated. Y'all know how I feel about roads. There will be bulldozing again. And it's going to take out a building at the same time, but that's okay. Let's pause for the cause, because if we let that run, the AI will go, oh, you don't have a street there. Let me put this street in for you. Come on, man. Let me put the street in. You know I want to put that street in. Let me put the street in. Let me put a building right there, too. Come on, because I don't know if you realize it or not, but you took that out and you didn't put a street in. I would really, really like to do a lot of detonation right here. I'd really like to destroy a lot of stuff. You know what? I'm going to do a little bit of redesigning here. We got a little bit of money. We can redesign some things here. Help the AI out a little bit. There we go. See, I'm getting into the whole bridge thing. I'm liking playing with bridges. Yeah, I had an erector set when I was a kid. Bridge building. It rocks. Just bring it over like so. There we go. There we go. Then we don't even have to worry about getting that route in. We just come over here. Well, we have the bus station to deal with. We'll worry about it. We'll reposition the bus station. Change some things around. Oh, that's ugly. Come on. Nice little road here. Here, we'll put it back about right here. And then you have a nice small, because I know you love curves. There, you have your curve. And then you, well, you are going to have to go away. And then we can just do this to this. This out like so. Bada bing, bada boom. Turn that around. Bring that in like so. Take a hint. Come on. Why you gotta be curved like that? I like straight lines. I cannot deny. I just love them. Alright, that'll work for me. That works for me. That works. Let's see. Let's see if we can't really upset the apple cart a little bit more. Let's get rid of this depot here. And, small road, maybe just a, no. I don't know. I'm just gonna let the AI decide what to do there. Bus stop's got to go away. Let's get rid of this bus stop here. Well, you know what? The bus stop needs to be relocated and reimagined. It was here to cover the industrial area, but it needs to go away and go somewhere with a better connection. So, maybe right here works for it. All right, let's look at our route for the commuter line here. And it was, oh, it picked it up. Nice. It picked it up automatically for me. So comes out of Irving, goes to Lincoln Street, hits 9th Street right here, which actually it would probably be better to put it over here. We put it right there. I wonder what coverage that would give. That would probably give a lot better coverage if I put it. What does that cover? See, that covers that whole area as well. And that covers just a few of those. That covers all of that. And that guy covers all of that. That one building right there would be a miss if I used that line versus that. Because that... No, that gets it. Wait, does that get it? Without that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. You're going bye-bye. Alright. You go goodbye. You go away. So we'll remove that bus stop. So we're going up here to there, and then we're gonna add in a station right there, West Street. So now we just do a big circle all the way around the whole city. And well, if the AI's pathing was any kind of smartness, wait a minute, is that my fault? No, that's their fault. They're taking this zigzag through here. If they had any kind of wise logic, they would just go around there in a big clockwise manner and hit all the stops. But we can't all have it perfect, but that's going to work close enough. So that will go. No, that's way too fast. All right, so freight station's in. No big roads to jump over. We got a little bridge there that we can jump over. I probably should have made this bridge out of steel now that I'm thinking about it, but I have this theory about bridges too, and let me explain this, because somebody's surely going to ask. And remember, I record all these videos in batches or whatever. Like, I'll sit down and I'll play Transport Fever for 10 hours, and I'll record the videos and everything, and then I'll send them all out to you guys one day at a time. So some of the videos that you guys are seeing, I recorded like a week ago, because I was in a mood to play Transport Fever. And it's just one of those things. When I get into it, I get into it, right? Ooh, that's not good. Let's rethink this. Show me the bulldozer, please. But anyway, so some of you guys are going to be seeing things and you're going to be wondering, like, why did I make this bridge out of steel, but then all of these bridges down here, I made them out of wood, right? Now, you're probably wondering, why does Moose do that? Why did he make them all out of steel? I have this theory, and that is, why improve the road that I'm not using? Because ultimately, you want everybody to ride the rails, and you want them to, I want them to use my transportation and my forms of delivery versus their own, right? So why give them a road that is fast if it doesn't benefit me? So why give the AI a fast route through here to go somewhere when I'm not using it? So if I don't have any trucks going over that, I don't need it to be fast. Contrary, I've got trucks going on this one. I want it to be fast, because when I get faster trucks, I want them to be able to go from point A to point B as fast as possible. So that's sort of my theory behind it. It might be a silly theory, and it might not even play out at all, but it's sort of what I think at the time. And so just so you guys know why I do things, there is some sort of rhyme to my reasoning. Wow, this is horrible. This really is going to cost me a fortune, or it's just going to be a huge roller coaster ride, one way or the other. It really is going to have to dive down like that, and I hate to do that, but otherwise it's just going to be horrible. Man, the train coming into the station is going to have to work really hard, and it is a freight line, so yeah, we'll go with it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to get it done. Get her done. Uh-oh. Why are we tunneling? Wait, oh, let's get this back to where it can auto-select and it can figure some things out for itself. Oh, there's more roids in the way. Mr. Bulldozer, could you please report to just outside of Oklahoma City, please? Thank you. All right, so in theory, let's see, is that connecting to the right line? No, it's not even connecting to it. It's sitting outside of it. Get on the line. There we go. $464,000 for that line. And how bad does it look? It does a little bit of carving, but I like it. Put it in place. And since we have money now coming in, we're going to go ahead and double the track up right in our initial installation so that that is done. And now we can worry about a road that, well, jumps this thing like Evel Knievel. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of a ditch there that it left. That's all right. There will be a bridge. Oh, how bad does that look, though? I mean, we are in the middle of nowhere. I don't really necessarily have to have a bridge, and it doesn't mess up my track by doing that. Oh, I accidentally hit the button. It looks good. I can handle it. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, it's a ship. Man, I was hoping that'd be a truck. Come on, I'm needing better transportation. It is 1913. I need some wheels. Need some hot wheels. Need some hot truck transport action going on. Alright, so let's bring this road in, tie it into there. That should get rid of all the flashing red lights. And this rail is almost done. Ha 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 ha. Alright, so let's signal this baby up. Get some signals on here. Oh, you know what? Let's put a little crossing in here. Just in case. Just in case we need it. Now, this is probably not going to work because I didn't even think about it. Don't even plan it out, and it works fine. Go figure. Alright, so that in there. And I don't need anything on there yet. Alright, start putting some blocks in here onto this line. And we can start running a freight train up here to get some money rolling into this facility. Alright, and then we need a signal on each side of this here road. So one there, one there. Alright. Massive, massive cargo. So here's the cool thing about this line also. This freight line is going to serve multi-purposes, and I've said that several times. I want to bring in you here like so. There we go. And can we possibly get 2 in a row without any kind of mistakes? Gosh, it's a lucky day for me. Things don't ever go in that easily for me. What is going on? Something really bad is about to happen somewhere. Alright, so that freight station. Good to go to that point now. So this thing can serve multi-purposes. I could also have a side come off of here and grab a station right here somewhere and grab this iron ore. Or I could side off and come up here and grab out of this steel facility and have that run all the way down to the river just by tying into that. So this line can become quite busy at some point, which is another reason why our big freight yard down here can work out a little bit for us. Because let's say I'm bringing in a load of steel. I don't want my steel to come in maybe on the same line that this guy's coming on, so I can bring it onto this. I could switch it over to this line here and make that go. I got to really thinking about this the other night, and I probably should have put more platforms in on this other than just 4. But for now, 4 is going to do, and we'll go with it, and we'll make it work. Alright, so what are you sitting here waiting on? You get 58 fuel, 48 construction materials. You should... 60 materials, you should be rolling. Let's go ahead and hit the road. Because it's still going to be a little bit before this guy gets here. How much construction materials are sitting over here? 20. So this guy should pick those up and haul them off. One issue I've been having though with the ships and the auto detect is this guy's bringing fuel in, right? And he thinks he's a fuel tanker. So when he comes in here, some of the times he's not picking up that. So if you ever come down here and look at your shipping terminal and you see you've still got a whole bunch of construction materials sitting here, you may have to tell this guy to turn around and go back into the port real quick and grab them. So because I would rather him haul 20 of these than nothing, because at least he would get some sort of payday heading down the river. Now he picked them up that time, so I don't even have to worry about it. But I've had him pull in here before, drop off a load of fuel, then spin around and head on out and not take anything. All right, where are we at here? So a tanker is already on the way out and another tanker is coming down, which is good. That means that we're getting fuel down here in a timely manner, so neither one of these guys are sitting waiting on each other. And that's one of my biggest things that I want to make sure by pushing this line to grow and grow and grow is that the fuel is here for these guys, so that I never have two ships sitting in way. And when I've got this, when I start to see more of a surplus on here, I will add a third tanker onto this and really start kicking the money in. And look, speaking of money, $4.9 million, can repay some debt that we owe, and we are debt free. Ha ha ha. We shall end the episode with no debt. Well, actually, that's not true either, because I'm thinking about adding a train onto this extension to Irving that we just did. And that is going to obviously incur a little bit of debt. So, well, it happens. All right, so train 5 I saw a little while ago was getting kind of old. And if I remember right, train 5 is over here. See, all this debt I talked about not incurring, I'm going to get it, because I'm going to update these trains. Train 5, if I remember right, is just about... He's still making money? Well, last year he broke even. He didn't make a whole lot of... He's 42 years old. He definitely needs to be replaced. So now this is a situation where I'm going to replace this train, which is a Baldwin, and I'm going to replace it with a Atlantic. So if I replace this one, I need to replace this one as well. I have to look at these. One of them's old, one of them's fakey old, right? This one's 26 years. It's still making a profit, but it depends on how the cycle works for the year too, as to how much profit it makes. But it's still making a profit, but it's not making like it was making 2 years ago, right? So, or even way back here. So it might be a situation where it is time to go ahead and upgrade this, because it used to be making, you know, $1.2 million, and now it's only making about $1 million. So, and that has to do with changes I've made also. How you doing? Your production needs to come up. So why don't we go ahead and change these trains out? If I put faster trains on here, that's going to mean faster deliveries. And yeah, that'll mean I'll push that line to produce more, which it needs to. How many do I have on here? I have 6 gondolas on here. I have 6 stake cars on here. It'll hold 42 construction and 42 stone. Oh, we can do better than that. All right, so we are going to swap this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the whole line out at one time. Now, somebody asked me why I didn't do this. I don't typically do it. If I'm only doing one train at a time, I'll usually put those in the depot and do it that way. And that way I can pause the game, borrow my money, and do everything at once. But in this case, I'm going to replace both of these trains at one time. And I will do these off a train replacement. Because I don't want to break down the delivery chain. I want things to continue to go. If I put them into the depot one at a time, it will mess up my it will mess up the cycle. So the train that we're going to build is going to be this. 6 of these, right? 6 of those. And then the state cars hold 12. So if we put 4 on there, that's 48. We'll put 5 on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 6? It's not going to be able to handle 6 right now. That's going to cost $8 million per vehicle. All right, 8.6 million per vehicle. So I need $18 million in order to do this. So time to borrow some money. So we have $18 million on hand to do this. We've got that on hand. All right, might as well do this. Replace both of those trains when they get to the stations. Now, here's the trick is you got to watch your money because people are going to spend your money and you're not going to have enough money if you're not careful. So I'm going to go ahead and borrow to 19 million just to make sure that I got the money in the bank when both of these trains come in. Now, I should get a little bit for each of them, but it's going to be scrap money. It's not going to be really good. So, yeah. All right, so there went both of those and left me $3 million. So let's repay that back down. So we only own $14 million. Remember that we're going to finish out of debt? Yeah, I don't think so. But now we have 2 super trains on the line. Now I will put that back to 100%. I will not let it replace itself. Because the next time I replace it should be with diesel. Alright, so now we're holding 72 stone. And we have the ability to hold 72 construction materials. Quite an upgrade from what we were. This guy's going to go into convulsions now when we start pushing this up here. Because number one, these things are faster. So they should be bringing more materials over to him more often. And they're going to bring a lot more to him. The only thing is you think too when you do that, you think, well, man, this is going to definitely drive this thing nuts, and it's really going to drive production up. Look, he has no stone here right now. The thing is as this thing upgrades, it burns off the stone just as even faster than it did before. Like in the beginning, it like clicked it off at a moderate pace. Now, because it's getting more and more and it knows it's getting more and more and it's producing more and more, it's using it almost as fast as it comes in. And so yeah, eventually I will put a 3rd train on this rail and it will really put the production through the roof. But if we watch this to see what we've got going on, we put 70 stone in there, and this guy is bringing another 72 stone to it. And what we want to watch is to see if this number gets to 0 before this train gets over and makes a delivery. And if that doesn't happen, that means we're going to drive production up. If it does happen, it means production is going to stay about flat. See how fast that number is dropping? 14, 13, 12, 11. Uh-oh, we're getting something new. I don't want the heavyweight. I want a truck. Give me a truck. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, so we got up to 152, and see how fast that production number falls off. If I add another train onto there, that number will just climb. And that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, is putting a 3rd train on here so that I can drive that number up even higher. Because now I've got Irving ready to go. I can start driving production materials up into Irving. Wow, see that number skyrocketed up to 182. 188, 190. We'll see. But again, this number's gonna hit 0. Because that train was halfway when it was at 30 the last time and it ran out of stone. So yeah, it's at 30 now. It's gonna run out of stone before it even gets to here probably. Which, whatever that production number is going to fall back down. So let's see, we're at 262, 264, 270. Oh, wait, he may get it in here fast enough. And there's 0. So 288. And that number is going to start to fall, or will it start to fall? Oh, we might be in good shape here. We might be in real good shape here. Might be able to get that production coming up now. Oh, look at that. 316. That's good stuff there. So if that continues, if that trend continues and it continues to push at that rate, then it should start kicking out more and more construction materials, because this thing's not even hauling hardly any construction materials right now. Road vehicles reaching its end of its limit. I know, I really want to replace you, but I'm not going to replace road vehicles at this point until I get a truck. Not doing it. All right, I'm really curious about this. Why it's not producing faster. It's not like we're not moving the materials. Everything's getting moved. He's just not producing enough. Oh man, I'm gonna get a series now of warnings on all these road vehicles. I want to replace them. I really do. I just need a truck to replace them with. So that gives about 35, 40 for that load back. That's getting better. But this thing will hold 72. He's really got to up his game. So 352 of 400. I might be able to push this thing over to the top to where it has to upgrade to 800 units. He starts kicking that stuff out in a hurry though, to where I can get 60 a load. Man, this line will start making so much money. It's not even funny. $5 million back. Repay that back down. We're to $9.5 million. Woohoo! Oh man, can we possibly get this paid off before the end of the episode? That will be the question. All right, so we got plenty of fuel on the line, and we're not having any ships bottlenecked. We're actually sitting here with a little bit of a gap. I think it's about time to add a third ship onto this line. Add another fuel vessel, because that's what, 50 there. He's not going to have to wait very long to get fueled up. I know. More road vehicle warnings. They're just going to keep coming. Oh, that train's getting close to getting full. What did it take this time? It's only got 24 slots left on it. 48 of 48. We get that production up to where those are full loads. Holy cow, that thing's going to make money. What is it doing right now? It is stone and brick. 1.8 million. Come on. Oh, get that production up. Of course, it's allocating more construction materials over here to San Jose than it is to the rail, which is frustrating. You can never figure it out. You can never go, well, I'm going to build this and it's only going to give a small amount over here. But, you know, I've got so much down on this end that can handle the distribution. Surely it's going to put it all on the train, and then it doesn't, you know. And then you just scratch your head and you wonder, well, why is it putting it all over here instead of all of it up here? But that should be another pretty good run. 50 units. That's good news. That is looking good. Production's falling off though a little bit. We're down to 340 again. It needs a third train. It really does. It needs a third train on that line. If I put a third train on that line, that production will go so high it's not even funny. Oh. Decisions. That's another $8 million though that we'll have to put out. We're $7 million in the hole. How are we doing up here? Looks like we have a whole lot of fuel sitting on the docks. We might actually need a couple more trucks on this line. Wow. Let's see where our train is at. It is sitting here waiting right now. Come on, truck. 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 Yes! Truck. Ha ha. complete upgrade time. Everybody gets a truck. It's like Oprah's Christmas special. You get a truck. You get a truck. You get a truck. Everybody gets a truck. Replacement. You get a truck. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a truck. There you go. That can go over here. Next line. Crude line. Oh, definitely you need trucks. You want trucks. Oh, no, you want you on trucks. I want you on trucks. Everybody goes to a truck. Oklahoma Freight 2. Everybody gets a truck. It's going to cost us a little bit of money to switch everybody over, but all these trucks were getting old anyways. It was time to upgrade them. They're going to move faster. They're going to haul more. Life is good. Alright, Oklahoma City is upgrading. San Jose, you need to update as well. You need some trucks. 25%, yes, I think I will. Oklahoma Freight, or Thousand Oaks Freight. Replacement, set the vehicle. The vehicle is a truck. And yes, we will upgrade those. Alright, where are we at? Alright, so the Dayton Freight has been updated. No more updates. You're good. Let's see. Crude Line has 2 trucks that haven't upgraded yet. Oklahoma Freight has 1 truck that hasn't upgraded yet. San Jose has a ton of trucks that haven't upgraded yet. Thousand Oaks Road Depot has a bunch of trucks in here that all need to be sold off. Sell, 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 sell. Sell, 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 sell. I've been taking money on those the whole time. Forgot they were in there. Completely slipped my mind. They were all sitting in there. Alright. Who has replaced? You have replaced. No more truck for you. You're good. You've replaced. You are here. No more truck for you. You can go away. San Jose still has 3. You have replaced all your trucks. You can go away. Nice. Just 1 more truck to replace, and the whole fleet will be upgraded. 2 more trucks actually there. Come on now. In the process, we also picked up another train, which I don't really love. It's a heavy-duty locomotive, but it's slow. Doesn't do it for me. Where is this truck at, and why is it not upgraded? It's going past a Mac. It should be up here, I guess. Yep, there it is. Rolling past the depot. How old is this truck? It should be old. Yep, 21 years. So as soon as it gets down here, it will upgrade as well. And we'll have that whole line done. Why are these upgrading? These shouldn't be auto-upgrading. Especially not to... Oh, that could have been ugly. I definitely didn't want my Irving commuter downgrading to a stagecoach. That would have been a bad call. So yeah, if the little recycle or looking thing here is on, that lets you know that it has everything set to auto replacement. So if you see that, you know that it's there. Alright, so that one is done. 100%. No replacement. Good, good, good. Alright. So the only place losing money still is my Oklahoma commuter line. I do not know why that keeps losing money, but it is constantly losing money. It never breaks profit. I never see it make a profit. But I'm not going to worry about it, and I'm not going to sweat it. Alright. Oh, we got a bottleneck down here. What happened here? How come we let these two catch up with each other? Oh, he should be good to go now. I saw a ton of fuel just come in there. All right. 2.2 million. Not going to get us all the way out of debt, but 4 million is what we have left. We got to get 4 million out. We have 3 minutes to get $4 million in. Anyways, all right. So we're doing pretty good. We're moving along. We haven't checked this Kansas City line in a while. I need to look at it. Oh God, a lot of people sitting there. 41 to 61. He's just not doing that much business coming out of Thousand Oaks, but he's always got good numbers ready to go to Thousand Oaks. I don't feel like this is a line where I can put a second train on it yet, but I'm very happy with the line. It's doing well, but it's not doing what I thought it would do. I thought this would eventually become one of the busiest lines in here, but so far it's not doing anything. And I'm at a dilemma. I don't know whether or not I should. Ooh, the Peter Witt streetcar. So that's that would be able to up our bus line there if we wanted to put that in. I really don't know about this one. I haven't figured it out yet, and I'm at a dilemma. I don't know whether I should take this line all the way from here all the way to Irving and just run one huge line that starts and just runs a big huge circle with like 4 trains on it. I don't know whether that's going to be a completely profitable run, because one of the things I ran into when I expanded this line to Irving is I run the occasional train that fills up down here and nobody ever gets off of it until it gets, you know, all the way to Irving, or it fills up here, goes to Irving, no one gets off, and then they don't get off until they go all the way back down to Thousand Oaks. And that is concerning to me. I mean, you would think the rational thought on it was a person would get on this train and they wouldn't get on in Oklahoma City unless the train was going to Thousand Oaks immediately. You would think that the only people that would get on this leg of the Oklahoma City leg would be those people who are going up to Irving that would get on there. But I do occasionally get the full train load of people that get on here at Thousand Oaks, they ride up to Irving, never get off, and then they ride all the way back to Oklahoma City and then go down to Thousand Oaks. And that's just not profitable. That will mess you up a bit. Everybody on this train, well, almost everybody on this train got off. There was only like 10 people that stayed on. So, 2.3 million. Repay that. 2 million left. 2 million to go, and we will be debt free. Don't know that it's gonna happen. Oh, look at all the construction material sitting on the dock here, waiting to go. How's this train looking? He's got fuel on board. He's got some construction materials on board. Is there fuel around? There's not fuel around. He could make some money. He should go. All right. So, anyways, I think that's about going to do it for today. Oh, I was going to watch that train one more time. See how many people were offloading on it. I mean, if they're getting off the train up here in Irving, and everybody's getting off of the train, then it makes sense to maybe add Kansas City into the loop. But again, I tend to see issues with this sometimes. So let's fast forward time a little bit. Let's bring that into the station and we'll see how many people get off. I want to see if that trend is still continuing where everybody doesn't get off the train. In my mindset, everybody should get off the train right here. End of the line, right? So that number should dwindle all the way down to 0. And it doesn't. It gets down to about 20, 25, and then it fills right back up. That should have gone all the way to 0. And that's where I'm having issues with it is, you know, now this train's completely full. Most likely this train is completely full all the way to Thousand Oaks. So I don't know if it's more profitable to have a big, huge circular, set of train running from point A to point D and hitting the stops in the center, or if it's more profitable for you to have a centralized location than a lot of trains are running into that centralized location. To me, I think you're better off doing that. So anyways, that's my theory. Let's up time a little bit. We're a couple of minutes over, but I want to get debt free. Come on. 1.5 million. It's going to take a little bit to get that last $1 million in. But then I'm just going to turn right around and spend it again. I'm going to add a freight line going up into Irving next. We're going to add another train onto here. Oh, look at this. Now we're starting to get construction materials back up on the dock over here. So we probably need to add a second train running this shuttle mode. Because this guy is full and he is not keeping up. So we probably need to add a second shuttle train on. And add another train onto this line. And oh, starting to get interesting, isn't it? Starting to get impressive and interesting. Oh, look at there, $2 million. Debt free. Yep. It's like that. It works. All right, so got a lot accomplished in this episode. We will get more accomplished in the next episode, and I will sit down and think out everything on paper real quick, and then I will put it to go. We probably could extend this up into Norwalk a little bit and start getting a little bit of fuel up into Norwalk. We could probably start getting a passenger line from Norwalk over towards Thousand Oaks, because what I'm thinking is it's almost time to expand this facility here, and putting in a couple more sets of rails onto it. We'll have a line that comes out of here and spins and goes up to Antioch. We'll have a spin around as well and start heading out to Norwalk, and just kind of start branching out a little bit more. Thousand Oaks is definitely going to be my hub. The other thing is I got to figure out how I'm going to get cargo over to Kansas City. I guess I could put another shipping terminal over here and put another freight yard in here and start doing the same thing out of here that I was doing with Thousand Oaks. Or I could try to do some fancy big loop where I come off of this outside line, loop around, and then bring it parallel to the passenger line and drive it all the way over to Kansas City. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with that. Probably going to utilize the shipping because that short little shuttle wouldn't be bad. And I'm thinking I may actually come in and put another shipping terminal right here that would be specifically for handling that. Whereas I've got this one here, it's taking care of everything there. I could have another one that I put in here. It could shuttle things over to Kansas City. It could also handle food out of here. So many things I'm thinking about doing. But anyways, hope you guys will come back and join me for the next episode. Hope you liked this one. If you did, make sure you smack it and give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And then come back tomorrow for the next episode of Transport Fever. We do other videos as well and live streams late in the evenings. I hope you will come join me for one. Until then, stay safe. Have yourself a wonderful day. Happy holidays, everybody. And God bless. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.